Hi, welcome to Ski Talk. I'm Steve, your host here at Ski Talk and skis.com. I'm also the ski buyer, joined here by Ray Skelton, our Dalbello rep. How you doing today, Ray?
Great, Steve.
Got a couple of pretty boots in our hands.
This is our brand new series called the Kyra series.
Mm-hmm. I've got the 75, you've got the 85.
Right.
So who's the market for this boot, first of all?
These are for the all mountain women skiers, the ladies that if you're out skiing everywhere on the hill. And we'll kind of go over this, but anywhere from literally from a almost first-time buyer right up to an expert skier.
Mm-hmm. But these are good ski boots. These are for a good skier.
Yeah.
So this is a three-piece design. You guys made famous with the men's Krypton. This is kind of the women's version of that three-piece design boot.
Right.
Now, tell the women at home why there's only 3 buckles on this boot and what the benefit of that is.
Well, the main reason there's only 3 buckles is that that's all you need with a 3-piece boot.
Right.
And I'm kind of being facetious with Steve here, but when you build a 3-piece boot, you have a couple unique things, and this is one of the things that's great for fitting a woman's foot. The lower shell comes up about this high inside the boot. Then you have the rear cuff, and the rear cuff has this really low hinge point. The rear cuff with that low hinge point allows the boot to flex the most anatomically, following your leg perfectly the way it flexes in conjunction with your foot. Mm-hmm. And then thirdly, you have a ribbed tongue made out of nylon, and the ribbed tongue allows the boot to flex and then rebound to give you nice shock absorption and rebound. By doing a 3-piece boot though, for a woman's foot, it allows us to do a couple unique things. When Steve mentioned 3 buckles, this center buckle, this one right here, this buckle is a cable buckle. It wraps over that rib in the middle of the boot. This buckle locks your heel in.
I want to really point that out because one of the problems my wife has is she gets heel slip because she has a narrow heel. A lot of women have. And when you have 2 buckles here and 2 buckles here, you can make your lower foot tighter, or you can make your shin tighter, but it doesn't really bring your heel back. This will really bring your heel back.
Right, and that's been the success and one of the best things for women with the Krypton boots. So this technology, like a Krypton, gives you the same thing. So by being able to hold the heel in here, a lot of women suffer from having a heel that's loose in the boot, and that locks you in really well.
So there's a couple of other really nice creature comfort features on this boot as well as performance. You've got a ski walk feature, and you've got a soft hard flex adjustment.
Right. The ski walk feature is really nice because just standing around, walking around town after skiing, standing in a lift line, riding a chairlift, pop that lever open, just pull on that little tab, it opens up. When you throw the tab down and flex forward, the boot locks right back in ski position. You don't have to do anything actively to make it go back in ski position. You also have got a flex adjuster, and on these 2 boots, the model number that Steve has, the 75, and then I have the 85, that's the initial flex. So on that boot, it starts out at 75, and with the stiff, soft flex, you can increase that boot to a more aggressive boot.
So maybe as you get better, ski faster, ski harder, you might want to harden up the boot, so you don't need to buy a new boot.
Right, and same thing with this model. It starts out at 85, and it increases to as much as 95 in flex.
Okay, so that's really cool. So now this is the 75. Are there any features the 85 has besides being a little stiffer?
Right, the 85 has a stiffer, higher end shell material, but what the 85 also has is a higher end true fit liner. So this is that heat moldable liner that custom shapes itself to your foot after wearing it. The other thing that you get with the 85 is you have shaft alignment. So if your legs if you need adjustment for bow-legged or knock-kneed, you have shaft alignment. You also have got a heel inclinator or a heel lift. This thing right here, we give it to you for free on the boot. This could cost you $15 to buy a set of heel lifts when you walk into a custom fitting store.
And you can customize it to exactly. A lot of women put heel lifts in their boot. It's like a built-in heel lift.
Right.
So on the 85, you get a better liner, you get a shaft alignment, you get a stiffer shell, and you get the inclinator.
Right.
It's a lot of additional features.
Now there's one other feature that has been probably the best feature of all in this boot is if you look at the rear cuff, this just looks like nice styling and nice shaping in the shell. This is actually a cuff expansion piece, and you can take this.
This is true for both models, right?
Right. You'll see a little stainless steel piece right here, and there's one on the other side. If you have a lower calf that is a little bit larger calf, and you've always had that problem with your boots being a little snug right here, you can just adjust these pieces with just taking a screwdriver or taking a coin even and flipping those up 90 degrees, and it allows this cuff to have as much as a full 1.5 centimeters of extra.
That's huge.
Oh yeah,
huge.
Yeah. So there's
Great
really
feature. So it has all the other the movable buckle and all the other ones for welders, but this gives you really even one additional
Right.
feature that's even better.
Yeah. This will be this is one of the best-selling boots that you can fit under a lady's foot.
So describe the ideal customer for these boots.
These are for all mountain women, anywhere from aggressive high-end skiers right down to the lady that's buying maybe her first pair of boots, and it could be either one of these models. If you're buying your first boot, the 75 would be great for you. You could also buy an 85 and just have the better liner, have the heel lift, have all of these things, so that you can progress in ability and not have to buy another pair of boots.
Yeah, I think this is a great boot for that woman who wants to get better, plans to get better, and wants a boot that's going to get better with them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Ray.
You bet.
And thanks for joining us at home on Ski Talk.